Um, this video is being posted during week 3, and week 3 is when we talk about, at least in the book, biopsychology or neuropsychology, depending on your point of view. Most of the chapter is actually probably neuropsych. So it's about how the nervous system works, the parts of the brain. It's really cool stuff. And it's one of the areas of psychology that is growing a lot right now. The research is really cool. And so if you like biology, medicine, if you're at all interested in this sort of thing, I think that you'll like this chapter. It's an awesome chapter. Week 3, it's chapter 2 of the book. So just so you know. Next week is the consciousness chapter, and the consciousness chapter is awesome. Oh wait, no it's not. I just lied to you. Next week is sensation and perception, not consciousness. Sensation and perception. And sensation and perception is a chapter that looks at how our sensory system works. So it explains how sensation is the actual stimulation of your sensory system. It's the stimulation of the specialized neurons that respond. So like the rods and cones in your eyes that respond to light, or the cells in your ears that respond to sound, and how they work. And it also makes a distinction between sensation and perception. Perception is the process of interpreting those sensations. So perception explains why two people can listen to the same thing or look at the same picture and come away from it with a different experience of it because they perceive it differently. And perception is impacted by what you already know. So sensation and perception are different processes that are in the same chapter in your book because they go together. So hopefully you'll like that chapter too. And then as well. And then we'll do consciousness later. Sorry, I was jumping the gun on the consciousness chapter because it's one of my favorites. I am going to continue to post things in the discussion board to try to get you guys to interact with each other, because part of what makes a college class so fun and interesting is that interaction that you have with your classmates. Because I mean, yeah, you can read the book and you can learn something from that, and you can go into Launchpad and do some exercises and learn something from that. But some of the most enriching experiences in college are from learning from your classmates, interacting with your classmates. And in an online class, the way that we do that is through discussion board posting. And so even though I'm not requiring the discussion board this summer, I do encourage you, if you want to get the most out of this class, if you really want to benefit from taking a class, and you're paying for it, so you might as well get the most out of it, I want to encourage you to participate in discussion board discussions and to think about the material, because that's really what enriches your life. It's not just memorizing stuff out of your book, but also the interactions that you have with your classmates. So I hope that we can get that to happen more. So I'm going to try to provoke you a little bit sometimes. I'm going to post things in the discussion board to try to get you guys thinking about it, communicating about it, maybe even disagreeing about it, which is fine. So I will continue to poke you a little bit with discussion board posts, and I'm hoping that you will get something out of that experience, okay? I check my email daily, and I may not respond to you immediately. If I happen to be logged in and you send me an email, I'll respond immediately, but sometimes I'm not. When I'm not logged in, then, you know, I'll probably see it within a few hours depending on when you sent it. I tend to respond, my rule of thumb is to respond within 24 hours. But I think usually it's quicker than that. On the weekends, it may not be as quick as during the week because I have stuff to do on weekends. So just so you know, I'm not sitting in front of my computer 24/7 on weekend. But usually it's quicker than 24 hours, but my promise to you is within 24 hours. Sometimes I use my cell phone as well to respond. And so I may not write as much back to you when I'm using my cell phone. And you'll know because it says at the bottom of the email, you know, please excuse my brevity. I'm sending this from my phone or whatever. So you'll know that I don't mean to be short with you, but I'm typing on my phone, and quite frankly, the phone's small and I don't want to type a lot on my phone. So some of you have already had that experience of getting this short email from me from my cell phone, but just know that I'm going to get back to you as quickly as I can. So for this week, be sure to read chapter 2 of the book. And next week, it's chapter 3 of the book. And good luck with everything. So far, so good. And please shoot me an email if you have questions. Have a good week.